Hi everyone, happy 2019. This is Daniella Bloom here. I don't usually do these types of videos on my personal page, but I figure since it's the new year and I want you all to start it off with a bang, I decided to come on here and give you my personal well wishes and some insights. A lot of you have also been with me through the years and have seen my evolution. Where I'm at now, coming from growing up in Los Angeles, moving to Virginia, being there on the East Coast for 15 years, and then coming back to Los Angeles where truly no dreams are too big. And it's amazing in a short time when you get clear and in alignment with what your intentions are, how quickly things can manifest. And if they can happen for me, then they can happen for each and every one of you. A lot of people just wait for life to begin. They're waiting to meet the right soulmate, they're waiting to get the right job, they're waiting to lose the right amount of weight, and they're just left with waiting. So I wanted to come on here and answer a few questions that I get a lot. And I would say write me questions and I would answer them, but the truth is it's so tiny for me to read while it's live. I will promise you, if you ask me a question, I will go back and answer it after the recording. So a lot of people ask me, so Daniella, what do you do? What do you do for a living? And I say, well, I'm a psychotherapist turned law of attraction coach that specializes in honest human connection. And then they're like, what the hell does that mean? So I can't really just pick one thing. I can't say I'm a dating expert because I do so much more than that. I can't say I'm a relationship success coach because I do so much more than that. I can't say I work just with divorcees on their next chapter because I do much more than that. I truly believe in finding the universal humor and truths about what brings us together as human beings. And if you find the funny, and if you find the commonality, then it's easy. And we really do have to have some new, honest conversations about relationships today and the state that they are in and what men and women are calling for in each other. And we are evolving. And sometimes evolution is not easy, but it's meant to happen. We are always meant to move forward. So, when I say I'm a law of attraction coach, people are like, ooh, law of attraction, what's that? Now in Virginia, people might scratch their head more because they're not used to terms like law of attraction and what's in alignment and what's your vibration and how do you feel energetically? But in California, in LA, it's the language we speak here. I'm amongst my tribe. So, what is law of attraction? The basic principle of law of attraction is that like attracts like. So we have an inner light, I like to say, think of it like a thermostat. So if you are operating on a dim light setting, you are going to attract back to you a dim light setting, whether that's in love or life. If you can find your way to switch on your switch to a brighter light, you're going to start attracting a brighter light in life and love and circumstance back to you. It really comes down back to physics. So how do you get yourself back on track to full potential again so you're attracting someone back to you who's also becoming their full potential again? Well, you got to get to know yourself again. And we've spent so much time, I find, that I see with my clients, so clear on what we want the other person to do or to be that we forget who we are and what we want. And we've forgotten who we are within our labels, underneath our labels. I work a lot with women on this subject. We actually had a retreat back in October for single, married, and divorced women called the Forgotten Woman Within Retreat because we're so busy with our labels as wives or mothers or professionals or sisters, mothers. I said that already, it must be important. That we forget who we are as women, what our desires are, what makes us feel the most alive, the most open, vulnerable, spontaneous, We forget what that feels like, and then we expect someone else to come along and fix that for us. Well, do you know that the number one most attractive quality from men on women is the woman's inspiration to help a man feel the most alive? And how does a woman inspire a man to be the most alive? By becoming the most alive within themselves. And so many women don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to receive. They do not know how to not plan. They do not know how to be in the moment, be present, be in nature, laughter, creativity, just getting back into what makes us creative, whether it's cooking, writing, painting, making jewelry. And for men, it's not much different. Men have this abundance of energy, but they're workaholics. And they don't know how to take time to move that energy, whether it's in sports or laughter with men or just being dudes and finding their grounding again so they can become back into their empowered masculine. Because nothing is going to attract an empowered feminine woman more than a man being in their empowered masculine. And in today's day and age, we've forgotten that. You know, we are the most connected with social media, but we are most disconnected. We don't know what intimacy means. We are the most disconnected with ourselves. Do you know how hard it is, and I am guilty of this myself, to stop and write a journal entry and just self-reflect, to just make that the priority? So my wish for you guys in 2019 is to get to know yourself again, to get to know what you truly desire in life and love, because there's no way you're going to manifest that if you don't know what that is. You might think you know what that is. You might think everything will be perfect once I fill in the blank. But if you're sending mixed messages out to the universe that you want something, but you're actually, when you do a little bit of digging, you're really fearful of it. You're really fearful of actually meeting the one and settling down. Because settling down to you might mean that you're in for a boring life. Or you're in for a life like the relationships you saw growing up or the relationships around you. So you want to be married, but do you really? And you can look at that as someone who wants to lose weight. They're just determined that this year's going to be it. They're going to get back into their health. They're going to eat healthy. But when you further examine it, they don't want to lose weight, because if they lost weight, they would have nothing to blame their unhappiness on. Not to mention the vulnerability of feeling exposed. Weight is a form of protection. It's not here to drive you nuts. It was manifesting because you needed a form of protection against something that you need to resolve. So we have to make friends with our resistance, and that is really what my true gift is. My true gift is to help people sift through the bullshit, get to the real reason they're not manifesting what they truly desire in life and love, and start opening the lines, opening the flow to get them to that. Now, I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. As many of you have seen in this last year alone, I have gone from having the courage to put my first Divorcée Diaries group on Meetup just a year ago, and that has resulted into regular women's groups and men's groups every week in the Valley. It has resulted into manifesting into retreats, into all kinds of speaking engagements, into rubbing shoulders directly with some celebrities that I can call my friends and soon to be clients. It's all here. It's all here for me, and it's because I believe that this is my calling, and I have gotten, and I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress for us all, and as soon as you climb one peak, there's surely more peaks to accomplish. But I am unapologetically getting into alignment with what I'm meant to be doing as an uplifting speaker. And sure, I'm sure I get the people wondering, well, she's recently divorced. What does she know about life and love? I know plenty. And I have an insight that not many people do have, because within 30 days, when I was 23, I did manifest the man that would become my husband, because I was able to shift my mindset energetically, where I got to the point where it wasn't a matter of if, It was a matter of when, because I knew my self-worth. Now that 16-year marriage, I do not look at as a failure whatsoever. 16 years is not too shabby. It's produced 3 beautiful children, but it was not meant to end. And just like there's unions that are divinely blessed, so are unions that are divinely blessed to break up. And if I didn't have this journey, I wouldn't be doing the work I was called to really be doing. So knowing that haters are going to hate, but you got to do you. You got to do you. And I have a very high quality dating life. I have a very successful, thriving business. And I'm standing up to be the role model that I want to as a woman for my children. This is my journey. But I help men and women and couples. I mean, the last people I thought I would be working with seriously are couples. But they're finding me, and they realize because I am a psychotherapist, I am a coach, I've been married for many years, I know what it takes to be in a healthy marriage, I know what happens when you become in an unhealthy marriage. I can speak honestly to both sides. When you do go through the journey of divorce, you need a reality check. Okay, just because you're ending a relationship does not mean the relationship ends, people. Okay, especially when you have children. It's a whole new ballgame. And make no illusions about it. Go in with your eyes open. And that's why I started my groups, because I want people to have this information that I wish I had 2 years ago. But that's for another video. What I'm saying is I'm ending and working with couples. They're finding me, and I'm helping them save their marriages because they know I'm speaking directly. They know I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and I hold both of them accountable. And they feel safe, and they know they can trust the process, and they're going to either make it or break it. And it's been a surprising, rewarding part of my work that I'm helping to save families. Not the last thing I thought I'd be doing, but that's what's showing up. So you go with what's showing up. And so I wanted to read with you. I just got this email yesterday. I just worked with this client last week. And she writes, Daniella is an expert in the field and is truly a gift to work with. Having been through years of coaching and therapy, I was amazed at how she was able to go straight to the core issues of my personal challenge within the first several minutes of our session together. If you want to make a real transformation and lasting results for whatever you're working on in life, I have no doubt she will be able to help you get there. So thank you so much. It's always the best thing in the world to receive a testimony like that. When you feel that the service that you do, the talent that you have, has made a difference in someone's life. So if this is of interest to you, I'm going to offer you what I do with my clients, whether you're here locally in Los Angeles, where you can come right here and we can do it in person, or we can do it virtually and in the comfort of your own home through a computer. I do these intensives. I have signature intensives, whether you are single and you are looking to optimize to dating success. I go through a profile audit with you. I teach you how you're showing up in the dating world, online and offline, and your results are drastically increased in a positive way once you understand how you're showing up and what you're calling to you. I also have an intensive for people already in a relationship and they're at a crossroads and they don't know what to do. They want to make their relationship stronger, or maybe they have lost hope that there is a future and they kind of need an audit. And so I have a relationship audit signature intensive I do. And then finally I have the next chapter intensive for the divorcee who is either thinking about it, has just filed, or is recently going through it. Just because you leave an unhealthy marriage does not mean the pieces get put back together. You still have to pick up yourself and start getting back to the person who you want to start showing up to be again. So you start to manifest a full potential in life and love in your next chapter. But you got to do it. You are the one in the driver's seat. No one else is going to do it for you. No one else is going to care enough to do it for you. And that's what we work on, getting back into discovering what your inner voice is, because that ultimately is going to be your navigation to success in life and love. Once you know your worth, once you know what you're looking for, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So Thank you for joining me on the first day of 2019. No more excuses. We just finished 2018, the year of the Chai, which is a very special symbol in Judaism. So if that year, though, still left you unfulfilled, stop waiting. Get out of your hope addiction. Get out of it's everyone else's reasons why I'm not where I'm at. And start making this the best year ever, because life is too short. Life is too short and too precious to not have laughter, satisfying experiences, great sex. Sorry, Dad. Make life what you want it to be. There's no reason to keep waiting for life to happen. And if you would like my help on this journey so I can help you sift through the sabotaging behavior and get back on track to your full potential, send me a private message or write in the comments, yes, please, Daniella, contact me. Let's jump on the phone. I'm a phone person. I'm not a text person, not really an email person. I like to talk to you directly. I'm old school that way. And that really works in dating too, by the way, men. It separates the men from the boys when they ask for the phone numbers and they call. FYI, but more on that later. Anyway, happy New Year. And I hope to be in touch with many of you personally. And God bless. Take care.